audio as well, and we are
live in effect.
Tales from the Deep.
Ooh.
Number 2. 02.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah.
That first one, I hope y'all enjoyed it. You know, it was just kicking it off with a little something. The spark of it all.
Oh, yeah. The beginning.
Yes.
There's so much more to come.
Yeah, every week, stay tuned, y'all. We're going to keep it coming for y'all. So how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Just, living life and doing all I can. You know?
I feel you, man. You know, that's really life. That's
what it is, what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what it's always been, really.
Shit. I mean, I'm trying to stay, I guess, clean-lunged from all this, smoke and shit in the air current, all these particles.
Yeah, man. Prayers to, Colorado out here. We got fires. Prayers to freaking California, I believe, and all the fires.
Oregon, everywhere, man.
Yeah, there's so many fires going on right now. It's not just us. The world's on fire, man. We're killing our ozone, really. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's why all these fires are happening. We got to really wise up. I see us, though. I see a really good change like we were talking about last time. Big change on the horizon. I've seen a lot of people start to be more environmental friendly, and having they just push more environmental things, like I see it all over now. Like everybody's on the environmental tip. Like we got to save the planet.
Yeah. I mean, everyone should be, and it's good that is, a lot more prevalent because it's very important. People don't really think about it, or even realize how, little and there's something as littering or how important something as little as littering is. You know what I mean? Like, it adds up. If you're one person, you're throwing one thing, but a million people throwing one thing.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? That
billion people
up.
Throwing one thing.
Yeah.
That's just piling up and like look at the sea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They said, I think it was something like 50 years. We'll have more trash in the ocean than the fish. Fish, imagine that. That's ridiculous. I heard, if I'm not mistaken, there's actually an island of fucking trash in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
I've heard the same too. Yeah, it's, we throw so much shit away, and I mean, if only, we could realize. That we don't need so much. If we could learn to live with less and learn to use more of what we already have rather than, throwing something that's minorly damaged away to get something brand new because you feel that way, and
exactly.
I get it, it's nicer to have nice things, functional things, but, at the end of the day, we really got to consider some of these other things that we're doing, to our planet and to, as ecosystems like, the coral reefs and stuff like that are disappearing because...
Dude, this dude Trump... He been freaking passing all these bills and stuff to go and just barge into these, protected areas that were protected by environmental companies, and he's passing laws to just, just start a freaking park or, deforest this place or just destroy the environment in that area to make it into what he wants it to, and. The environmentalists out here ain't having it, though. They've been taking him to court and shit left and right. There's a lot of shit that really isn't, mainstream that I've been reading about, that it's just kind of been not even reaching the surface. Yeah. It's just kicked under the rug. The environment is really what we need to be looking at, too. There's along with many other things, but this is probably I'd probably say the most important.
No doubt. I mean, we really only have one planet, you know what I mean? In our solar system that we can leave right now and go and live freely and breathe the oxygen. The one I know of is Earth.
And I mean, what are we going to do? Freaking encapsulate trees? Try to freaking make little oxygen tanks out of little trees? We encapsulate like that? That's not going to work, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, bro, it's, we really need to start thinking a lot more globally rather than, about the individual and...
Yeah, more long term, and think of the generations to come.
Yeah, no doubt.
How this is going to affect us. I think we kind of just be going through a learning experience as a collective, and seeing our own behaviors and how it affected everything, and now, like I said, a lot of people we're all like starting to see it and starting to want to change it more, because we realize that this isn't the way to live. If we want to keep living here, if we want this planet to continue to house us, we got to take care of it, like it's our home.
Yeah.
Just like, are you going to be sitting around with trash in your home? I know there's people, but
yeah, I know there's some of you out there.
Not everybody. I know the average person ain't fucking just trying to sit with freaking trashed ass house.
Yeah, it's something I really hope changes. I mean, yeah, obviously, like you said, we definitely have seen change. People are more noticed waking up to it, and that's great. And that's where it starts.
Yeah, man, like shit, pick up a couple pieces of trash here and there. You see some trash, man, just pick it up.
Yeah.
Me, I don't even throw my trash on the ground at all. I carry it in my pocket till I freaking get to a trash can. I carry it in my backpack. You should have seen my car. My car was fucking a dumpster, because I would not throw it out.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather my own freaking car be a mess than the rest of the planet.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, it's little things like that. You know what I mean? Just the simple decisions. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Micro decisions rather than these huge decisions to, change your whole lifestyle to being a giant, recycler and all this and that. It's micro
it's a butterfly effect. You know what I'm saying? One small decision, ripples out.
Yeah.
And just creates more, decisions in such a way. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. That's how you really bring change, is by taking that step and, just setting that ripple out.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a little ripple, that little ripple could be a huge tidal wave one day. And just wait.
No doubt, man. Small steps and everything, nobody ever started out as the greatest. Nobody.
Exactly.
It takes time, it takes work, it takes effort and patience,
Exactly. Yeah, I was talking to Micah, our friend Micah, the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you think, it was about our music, and I was like we got to keep working hard, bro, to level up. It was like this video of talking about, like, how are you going to think that you're going to be okay putting out mediocre music, when you got people like Drake hop on a track and they making bangers every time. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, you got to be able to think on a level to where you're going to be able to compete with these people.
Yeah.
This is your competition. This is what it is, So, like, he said it, I think he kind of got offended or something. But he said it like we're just in our own lane, even if we're doing mediocre, this and that. I'm like, yeah, bro, I get it, yeah, we're on our own lane, we're on our own levels. But what he's saying is just about constantly pushing yourself to level up and progress every time.
Yeah.
You can't let yourself stay stagnant and think you're the hot shit at that place, bro.
Yeah.
There's more beyond that. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah, bro, a lot of what I've been thinking about is as an artist, what brings a person to an artist? You know what I mean? What makes me want to listen to somebody is the fact that they're, well, first, relatable. You know what I mean? Some that I can obviously relate to or understand in a way. But, something that's interesting. It's different. That's out there. That's, not something that I can see everywhere else. Not something that somebody else is already doing, And that's something I've been thinking about. What can I do that is different? You know what I mean? How is my style different than somebody? Why would somebody want to pay money to hear what I have? You know what I mean? Because, you have to. That's, at the end of the day, it's what it is. Like you're saying, Drake is competition.
Yeah.
All these dudes are competition.
Exactly, bro. And that's what I was doing. I've been doing for these past few months too. Is really figuring out what I could do. What is it about me that people like? That makes them want to hear me more. And that's what I feel like I kind of found my little niche. And that's why my writing I've been so much more fluid with my writing, because I kind of know my style now. My own flair that I add to things. You know what I'm saying? I'm super freaking... I like to be super imaginative, and use words in such a way to where it creates like almost like an over exaggerated expression, you know, but you understand it and it's tight.
Yeah.
You feel me? And because that's what metaphors are. They're like over exaggerations.
Yeah.
You know, of the truth and stuff like that. And that's just what I've been working with a lot more. You know, it's just my metaphors. You know, because I feel like I'm really good at that. You know, because like I'm good at just relating things. You know, like finding symbolism. You know what this means for me. You know, like what this moment means for me. What it's bringing to me in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Or like how this relates to me in such a way. You know, or how is this speaking to me?
Yeah.
You know, and I usually I receive that through the behaviors or whatever. You know, like for instance, I talk to animals a lot. Like I really feel like I talk to animals, like my cat. You know, we have a deep relationship. It's not like we full on understand each other. You know, I feel like you can get to a point to where it's like telepathy, but I'm not there exactly yet. But you know, like I communicate with like crows and shit. You know, crows are everywhere. They follow me everywhere. So it actually happened like years ago. I remember I was working at Jimmy John's. I was walking through this parking lot at Albertsons on Alameda. There was just a fucking parking lot full of crows. They were all just cawing, and I was like, "What the heck? This is weird." I was like, "This is not normal." Like there was crows on like every pole, all across the parking lot. I was like, "What the heck? This is just weird. I've never seen nothing like this."
Yeah.
So I started looking into crow symbolism, you know, and I found, you know, crows are actually the ones that guide you into your soul, into the portal of your soul, because people like to relate them to death. So how I see that actually is, I see them that are connected with that realm, the realm beyond this plane. You know what I'm saying? And they connect you with that realm too. So that guided me, you know, that way. And I remember I did this tarot reading, this shamanic tarot reading, and there was this one lady there. She told me, because like I said, I always had a deep connection with crows, and I always kind of felt like, you know, a crow was like my spirit animal. And this lady, she told me, she goes, "Yeah, he's definitely a crow." You know, and like ever since then, you know, my connections just deepened, you know, with the crows, and I read on symbolism all the time, just to add to, you know, my knowledge. And like for instance, I'll see crows all the time. Sometimes they'll be there and they'll be like really like aware of their surroundings, you know, and like how I seen that would be like, be watchful, you know, of what's around you. Someone's you know, there's a lot of trickery. Yeah. You know, people are deceitful. So be watchful. Versus like the other day, I seen two crows playing, you know, together, and I felt like it was like more like to be more open, to be interactive. You know what I'm saying? And like a team player in a way. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. Interesting.
So yeah, so like I've been incorporating all that type of thought process into my music. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And you know, also just I'm always learning too. You know, reading other stuff, and like that verse I wrote today, bro. This was funny. Okay. I incorporated like a bunch of animal metaphors and you know, like the jungle and shit like that. And it's pretty tight because I did it to that beat, that Hobson beat, Kumbaya.
Okay.
Yeah,
sick.
It's all elephants and you know what I'm saying, like jungle. So I was like, yeah, I gotta hit it with some freaking animal jungle type shit.
Okay.
And I felt like it's good because I actually have a jungle song I plan on doing in the future. You know, so it helps me prepare, you know, and get, you know, more mentally prepared. You know, with working with that type of phrasing, you know, metaphor, symbolism, and you know, different wordings. You know.
No doubt.
You know, it helps get my mind into it.
I feel that, man. Shit. And like what you're talking about, like symbolism, like I feel that, man. You know, like the way I go about everything is, you know, the way I see things is that everything has a meaning, you know, in a way. And in turn has a lesson, you know what I mean, that can be learned from that meaning. And so, like, you know, I try to find symbolism in everything that happens in my life and, you know, find the meaning of, like, why that happened and what can I learn from that? How can I, you know, what does this have for me to learn from it? You know, like, what could I do differently? What can, you know, how can things be changed to, you know, affect this outcome in different ways and things of that nature? But, like, more to, like, kind of like how you're talking about, like, crows and ravens or whatever. It's interesting. Like, the way I've kind of been looking at it, because, like, I'm not specifically sure if, you know, actually in Norse mythology, if they actually saw, you know, like, ravens and crows as, like, Odin himself or whatever, but I know, like, I've heard it before.
Yeah.
And so, like, and me and my home by market work, we always mess around. You know, when we see crows, like, that's, like, oh shit, it's Odin. Odin's with us.
It's Odin, yeah.
And so, like, you know, me saying that, you know, in a way, like, whenever I see one now, I'm like, shit, Odin's with us. And I get, like, an inner feeling of just, like, of just, like, strength and, you know, just feeling like, yeah, tight. I can do this shit. And because it's, like, it's always before I go into work, too. Like, right before I go into work, I'll just look up, like, right at the camera and boom. There's one right there just cawing. I'm like, it's going to be a good day.
Have you actually read, like, on Odin and his crows?
No. What do you know?
So, like, I forget the exact names, but I know that they're supposed to represent thought and feeling, pretty much. And they're his crows he sends out, and they bring him, you know, messages throughout, you know, his journey and his travels and stuff like that.
Okay. Tight.
I love Norse mythology. Bro.
Oh, hell
Norse
yeah, bro.
is freaking tight.
Any mythology in general.
Yeah, mythology in general is fucking dope.
The Greek mythology, Norse mythology.
Egyptian. I love it all, bro.
Even religion, man. Interesting shit.
Yeah, no. Religion, believe it or not, I see it just like how I see mythology. It's freaking symbolic, you know, and it's stories.
Yeah, it has meaning, you know, it has lessons. Like
lessons. Everyone pulls metaphor and meaning from the Bible all the time, you know, and they try to say it's not like everything else, like all these other fucking religions and all these other, you know, cultures and stuff, traditions. And I'm just like, you guys are just so blind.
Yeah, dude, they're all preaching the same shit, just different ways and in different methods, and they're all hating each other for it.
Yeah, you know, no disrespect to religion at all.
Yeah, no disrespect at all. Believe what you want to believe.
But it doesn't, just because you believe something, you know, a certain way, doesn't mean what someone else believes is entirely wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's something we gotta, you know, I guess come to grips with together as a collective.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind of going back to what we talked to on the last podcast, you know, it's perspective. You know, like, you just need to have perspective or be open to perspective in general. You know what I mean? Like, because, yeah, you know, it's not always going to be the same. You know,
exactly,
not everybody's experience is the same.
It's ever changing. Life is ever changing. Do you think today definitely isn't the same as yesterday?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, you know, it's just not happening. You're not going to get it the same. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it was exactly, but my homeboy was telling me about some type of science project where they had this machine where they would put equations into it, you know, and it would spit out outcomes. And no matter how similar or how much of the same, even if you put the exact same equation in, it would have a different outcome. Every single time. And that's how he's like, that's how I see the universe. You know what I'm saying? No matter how, even if we were to approach that same exact moment that last time, you know, like how it was, whatever. Yeah. Maybe when we were chilling in your freaking house, you know, smoking, maybe something would have totally different happened, you know, back in the day. Or maybe whenever we used to play ball, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we wouldn't have been playing ball. I don't freaking know. You know, it could have just been totally different if we would have had just anything. Any of the variables could have changed it entirely. There's just nothing happens the exact same way twice. Yeah. That's one thing I've been really figuring out, you know, and there could be similarities, but it's not exactly the same.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, something I love when reading The Doors of Perception by Aldous Huxley, he talks about, like, island universes. Like, me and you are our own island universe. Mm-hmm. And so, in the way he explains it is, like, you know, we can have some of the same experiences, you know, and like been through some of the same things, but it's never the exact same. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's completely different no matter what. Like, like we can have some of the same ideas. Like, you know, say we both fell into a pothole at like, you know, 4 years old or whatever. Yeah, we can both have that, you know, experience, but it's completely different. You know, like I don't know exactly how yours happened, you know, or how you were affected by it. It's completely different than how mine happened and how I was affected by it. And so, and therefore, it's not the same. You know, it's similar, but it's not the same. You know, and it never will be.
And a lot of us have the similar experiences, you know, but it's always different.
Yeah, you know?
Like, but we share common ground on that similarity usually, you know.
Yeah, and I didn't really read much more into it, but the way I think about that particular thing too is like, yeah, we may never have been through the same thing exactly, but I can empathize. You know, I can sympathize. You know, I can understand. You know, in a way how that is. You know, obviously. You know, that's what he talks about too. You know, you'll never understand it fully. You know, I never will. You know, I won't understand it to the T. You know, obviously not. You know, but you know, I can sort of calculate in a way. You know, and sort of see how, you know, you might be feeling because, you know, in a way, I have had similar experiences. They may not be the exact same, but you know,
and that's what makes us us. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in that song. Oh, man. Every time I try to quote myself, I'm like, man, I don't even know my lyrics. I know them when I need to.
Right. When people need to hear them.
Yeah, except for when I'm freaking trying to reference myself or something. I don't know. But I did say something like that where I was like, that's what makes you, you know, just your own individual experience. You know, like just everything that you go through, you know, it helps establish who you are. You know, even though you're still more than that. You know, you're not only your experience.
No doubt.
But it is a huge, you know, facilitator of, you know, of who you become, you know, in your existence. So whether it be for the better or for the worse, you know, for everyone it's different. And it's all about just finding your own way, you know, and maybe that way is with someone else, you know, walking with someone else, you know, like maybe like religion, you know, like they have followers and stuff and they walk together. But maybe it's alone for many, you know, like there's many people who just surf their existence alone, like Tesla and Einstein, you know, like some of the geniuses, you know?
Yeah.
Just their own who were freaking cast outs because nobody accepted them. Or their beliefs.
All right. Yeah, it'd be. I don't know. The thing is interesting, like, you know, how, like, especially in their cases, you know, like, they're such, you know, intelligent minds. You know, at that point, I feel like it would be kind of hard, you know, to kind of just, you know, when you're thinking like that, you know, and have your mind on such deeper thoughts and trying to, like, you know, crack such deep mysteries, you know, and then, like, you're coming down just, like, you know, having simple conversations. I feel like it'd be kind of hard, you know what I mean, in a way.
It really is. I've experienced that, bro. Like, I've actually, that's what's been so hard for me to talk to people, because I can't talk to people, like, I've worked on it, you know, now I can't.
Yeah.
I can have surface level conversation now, you know, but when I first started, you know, really going deep into my, you know, my spiritual journey, you know, really reading deep ass books, it came to a point I couldn't talk to nobody, bro, because nobody was understanding what the fuck I was saying. You know, and they were disagreeing with me, and they just weren't understanding it. You know, and I just had to kind of just be me and close up to myself and kind of just facilitate it in myself. You know, and there would come times, I'd be able to talk about it with people like you. You know, for instance, we're talking about certain things now.
Yeah.
But like at work, I don't talk to a lot of my coworkers like this, bro. You know, because I don't know. It's like I'll open up to them like this, you know, and I know where the line draws. You know, I feel it when I hit it. You know, and I'm just like, all right, this is our boundary. And I know that you probably aren't going to go beyond that, so it's fine.
I get that. You know,
at first it was hard because you want to be so open, you want to be able to open up yourself, you know, and things like that. But it comes to a point where you just gotta like accept it and understand it, you know, because like you're at that level, you're an individual of your own now, you know, and you think different, like you think for yourself, you know, and it takes a certain type of individuals to come together to be able to open up those type of you know, words together, you know what I'm saying, like us together, you know, because we've been exploring together for freaking ages now. So, ages, you know. So, so we just have that connection, so it's easier, you know. And we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. And yeah, no doubt. And I bet, no doubt, it makes it so much easier to, you know, to be free and speak openly. Because, yeah, you know, we do have that rapport and that, you know, that common understanding of, you know, experience too, you know, like we do understand each other and things we've been through in that way, like, you know, like I know some of your history, you know, some of my history, and, you know, yeah, it gives us more room to talk about certain things, you know, we won't, you know, like, in a way, you know we won't, like, step on each other's toes or hurt each other's feelings, you know, because we know, you know, like.
Yeah, we respect each other, you know, and. Yeah, that's the relationship we built together, you know, over time.
Yeah. And I can definitely get, if people don't have that, like, you know, if you were like Edison or somebody in Tesla or somebody and you had that, you know, and you didn't have nobody, you know, you could really go and talk to. So the next best thing is to be a recluse.
Yeah, right.
Just cut everybody off.
Yeah, I'm just going to be by myself, just experiment and study forever. Freaking, you know, have really evolutionary, groundbreaking experiences every day of my life.
Myself.
By myself.
And I mean, that's cool too, you know, like.
Yeah,
you know,
it's what you make it, you know.
Yourself, you know, you know, it is what you make it, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because at first, like, I was making it a horrible experience, you know, and I dreaded it because I was like, oh, I didn't really have nobody. I was like, I'm alone all the time, you know, and I would keep my head there in that place where I was like, I'm alone, Nah, but then I started thinking, like, yeah, actually, I am alone, you know, and I actually do a lot more.
Right.
You know, I don't have to attend to somebody, you know. I could write all fucking day if I want. I could watch this. I could watch this TV all day. I could sit here. I could smoke all day. I could do whatever I want all day, you know, and not have to consider another's opinion, you know, with what we're gonna do or something, you know, together. Or, you know, and it's liberating.
No doubt.
I found, you know, it can be liberating. It's
super liberating.
Yeah, you know, it's literally what you make it. You know, and...
Yeah, it's...
Like we were talking about last time, you know, we were talking about... just, I feel like I said something about, I feel like the times now are us being more independent, you know, and this is, that's part of my experience of what helped me realize this, you know, helped me come to see this, because I also seen other people going through this, you know, where they were pushed to points where they had to be pretty much alone. And it seems like a lot of people, some people are really finding how strong they are as individuals, you know?
Yeah.
Internally, mentally, spiritually, you know, and it's really groundbreaking. Like, these are really groundbreaking evolutionary times right here. Real talk, that we're living, you know? And it's honestly, it's a blessing. You know, we're freaking living history right now.
No doubt, bro. It's a hell of a time. You know, technology is a lot of people to, you know, connect across the world and
like Tesla said,
share everything. Yeah, you know.
He said it like I was reading about it the other day. It was like a quote from Tesla. Tesla said that we would be able to communicate all across the world, you know, by something that was just fit in our pocket.
Yeah.
Prophesized it.
Shit, dude. I mean,
maybe he already invented it. It was fucking invented in the 1800s. Tesla had it, and they just robbed him and took his idea, and now they're selling it.
Wouldn't doubt it, man. Shit. But, I mean, yeah, dude, I mean, it is a wild time, you know, and, like, you know, people are really picking up to, like, you know, like, climate change. You know, people are doing psychedelics. People are, you know, people are
psychedelic movement is freaking crazy right now.
Love it, bro. Love it. I wish, you know, obviously, no, not everybody in the world should do it. Yeah, but I mean, I definitely, you know, people who are ready for it and feel they, you know, are ready for that kind of thing. They
moderation. I tell everybody, moderation.
No doubt. Moderation in everything.
Exactly.
Too much of anything is a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, the psychedelics, they will teach you some fucking hard lessons.
Yeah, you got to be ready for it. Otherwise,
Yeah. If your spirit is not strong or you're faint of heart, I'm telling you, and you start abusing these drugs, oh man.
yeah, they're gonna knock back.
Yeah, they gonna give you a rude awakening.
I'll take you to that other sector.
Yeah, the one you don't want to go to. The abyss. The freaking...
The void.
The void. The part of the abyss and the void that you want to avoid.
Shit. Yeah, man. You know. It's all about respect. Everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything's
exactly.
about respect.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're plants, everything, they're beings too, really.
Yeah, dude. Shit. Plants are living creatures. People don't think about it. Exactly. They're living organisms.
I treat my animals like I treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I acknowledge their presence. I try not to step on them. I feed them. I try not to hurt them. I try to understand them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're beings too.
Yeah, no doubt.
And my cat just probably taught me the most.
Yeah, man.
She's
Animals
tight.
are sick, especially pets. Like, cats and dogs. It's a wonder to me, man, that people are just so like, the way people can beat animals. And like,
Dude.
The opposite. Like we're talking about, like just like eating animals, like dogs and stuff like that. I mean, like, I get maybe if it's like your last option and stuff like that, and you have no other food, maybe, but like, like these are great creatures. They're wonderful companions, and I don't get how people can be just so heartless to, just because they're, not human. They're not, one of us. They consider them, some that they can hurt, some they can abuse. It's sad.
Yeah. I just hate how people just like dominate.
Yeah.
Such freaking divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Mentality is the fucking destruction of our whole entire race.
Destroy conquer at the cost of the entire planet.
Yeah, it's not worth it. What the heck? Who came up with this stupid ass idea?
It's stupid, man.
We have to go back in time and freaking slap him a good one.
Slap the caveman upside his head.
Stop right now on the wall, you freaking guy. We don't need that shit around. You got that freaking dude on the throne whipping them people. We don't need that.
Shit, man.
Yeah, fuck bureaucracy.
Yeah, man, I don't know, though. It'd be wild if, like, who knows how if time travel really works, who knows how it would really work, Could you imagine if it wasn't even, like, what we thought? Like, if it was, something completely different. Like, I don't know. It's creating other whole dimensions and shit rather than actually changing anything.
Exactly. That's what people have been talking about. That's what scientists have been coming to conclusions, is that you would more or less not affect this present reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would, create another spin-off.
Yeah, a branch reality.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I've always read it too. Because like I've kind of like a lot in my spiritual journey, I've read about. It was actually I didn't read. It was a video I watched, and they were talking about time traveling and jumping parallel timelines and shit like that. So pretty much how you would time travel is you would jump from this timeline to a whole nother timeline, and since you're on a whole different timeline, you could jump back to your old timeline and and you wouldn't have affected that timeline by what you did in the other timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Should I stop it?
Is it dying?
It died.
It died.
Well, the video died.
We could still just keep the podcast going. I think we should.
It should be fine. I think if anything, we just keep the audio going and the video or something, right? Mm-hmm. I think figure it out.
Yeah. And we'll like put some freaking wording.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry about that, guys.
Sorry,
but,
guys.
The camera we're still
died.
here.
We're still here.
Apologies.
Hope you're still listening. Yeah, but we're not trying to cut it off in the freaking middle of a... we were really deep in this conversation.
And we only got 10 more minutes anyway, so I mean...
Yeah.
If anything, you guys can deal, I think. Listen
Yeah,
to our
it'll be good.
soothing voices.
We'll give you some nice visuals or something.
Yeah. Like a cascading waterfall coming over the horizon.
There are some blowing grass. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, we got it for you. We got it. Don't worry.
Scenes galore. Shit. Oh, humanity, man.
Yeah, it's a trip. Life's a trip, man.
Hell of a trip.
Wow, I freaking reached over here. I thought that was my cat. Teddy bear, stuffed animal. I was
Close.
petting it.
Close, but no cigar.
Right? Oh. Oh, man. Bubbly, 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 boo. There he goes.
Bubbling furiously. Can you guess what that sound is?
I know. Now it's just sound.
The wind. Oh, snap. If you guessed bong, you are correct.
We do not smoke drugs.
No, we inhale psychoactive chemical compounds.
We use medicinal herb.
Medicinal. And if you don't know, it is fully legal here in the state of Colorado, which should be federally.
Especially in the comfortable housing of your own dwelling.
Oh, no doubt, bro. No doubt. Like, I mean, what's up with that? You ain't hurting nobody. What's a little stench, bro? That's kind of what I never understood. I mean, that's like the biggest, that's the biggest complaint, right? The smell. I mean, I get it. I mean, it ain't fucking.
It's not like cigarettes.
It's not sulfur. Shit, bro. There's worse smells out there.
Dude, I can't stand cigarettes. Like, if you're around me and you smoke cigarettes, blow the smoke the other way. Because I really hate cigarette smoke. I hate breathing that shit in. I could feel it fucking going into my lungs. And I'm like, like choking me up and shit. And I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. And I stop breathing. Like, and I move from freaking places because people are smoking cigarettes around me. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just not trying to have it.
I agree, bro. I mean, by all means, this is America. It's your right. If that's what you want to do.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I walk away.
Yeah,
I'll give you your space,
But yeah, you should definitely be mindful of others. And I mean, I guess, in a way, maybe we're being hypocritical. You know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, there is a difference, though, in reality. You know what I mean? One definitely will give you cancer. There's no doubt about that. There's one that can give you cancer. No doubt if you smoke it. I mean, not saying weed won't.
Yeah, I don't know. Weed is kind of proven to, assist to fight cancer.
No doubt. I mean, but who's to say, that there's some cases where, someone who, smoked for a long time ended up getting some sort of lung cancer or some sort of breathing problem or cancer due to it.
Did Bob Marley? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He died of something.
Bro, yeah, I swear I swear I read something. He had like 3 pounds of resin in his lungs.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't doubt it, bro. I mean, I can only imagine what's in our lungs, bro. Like, shit. Especially people who's been smoking since, they were young. Could you imagine, yeah, we smoke weed and shit since we were young. But, I mean, there's people in, our kids, our adults now probably in India, that smoked when they were kids, tobacco. What do their lungs look like if they haven't died yet, I guess.
Black tar.
Oh, man, that's just crazy, you never really think about it, but everything goes somewhere. You know what I mean? There's nothing, the whole idea, energy isn't created or destroyed is, if you think about it, other things too, it's just transferred, it
runs so deep.
If it's physical, and you turn it into a gas, it's going to solidify somewhere somehow. That gas is going to solidify at some point, at some temperature, it's interesting.
That is really interesting.
Yeah, see, it's that's like with weed and stuff, because that's why it resins, because that smoke turns into, hard and form, physical.
Yeah, as it builds up, it just more and more tracks.
Yeah.
Gathers, accumulates.
It's interesting.
How's your wording been? You're always good with words.
How's my wording? My wording is adequate, I would say.
It's adequate. Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah. That should suffice.
It's sufficient. I've been trying, bro. I do it in conversation. I try. Like, whenever I talk, I try to figure out some sort of interesting word to throw in the mix to spice it up. Because, why not? Shit. Yeah. I know them. Might as well use the bitch.
For real.
Oh, man.
That's what I've been trying to work on, too. Just,
how's your wording going?
I'm working on it.
I feel you, bro. It's always a process, I'm not done.
It's because I never used to like reading, bro, when I was a kid. So I missed out on many years of reading. And
no doubt. I get that.
A lot of stuck in my own way. I was like, oh, man. And now, I'm ready to learn.
I feel that, bro.
It's crazy. And now I even think of school differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I would go to school now. Because how I see it, bro, all right, so, you know how in culture, or like, say, some village, they would have circles and they would teach the lessons of their culture or their tradition, and their ancestors and stuff like that. That's school.
Yeah.
Just on a mass level, like with us. It's a lot different now. It's a lot less personal, I feel. And I feel like that's where you find the disconnect, and that's why kids don't want to go to school.
I see your point very much. When I went to school, I agree. The reason I wanted to be there is because, I knew who my instructors were, or at least I tried to. You know what I mean? Like, at certain points, obviously I couldn't. Like, when I was a kid and stuff, I tried to relate to a teacher, but, a teacher doesn't want to relate to a first grader and shit like that. It doesn't work. But, like, in high school, like, when I could actually talk to my teacher and understand them and know who they actually were, and they can, we get to know each other. We can be cool, or maybe not. We disagree and stuff. But we know. We know each other's opinions and stuff. And but yeah, it's good to get to know who your instructor, who's teaching you, and know that they're actually coming from a good place, rather than. Obviously, I don't think any teacher who really joins and wants to actually, like, do any bad, like, it's a job, you don't go to that job just to fuck with shit,
you're not going there, I'm gonna fuck up all these kids' lives forever.
Like, for this little pay, I'm gonna love it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a teacher, you're dedicated, and I've come to realize that, in a way, and some obviously just, they just don't know, some come from different areas, and they end up, coming to, like, my school West, and it's different. Obviously it's an inner city, and it's not. It's different. There's variety. In life and in people, and yeah, man, I definitely get that. And I definitely like school because I felt like I love the social part of it. It's being able to interact and it's be social, but I definitely love just learning. And like seeing different things and hearing different things and.
See, that's like kids want to go where their connections at. That's why they want to be with their friends. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And most kids don't want to connect with their teachers.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly wasn't trying to connect with my teacher.
Yeah,
I was trying
get
to
that.
connect with all these kids out here.
Yeah.
Trying to be friends.
I get that.
Yeah. Guess, I don't know.
See, but that's the thing, too. A lot of teachers aren't approachable, But also, I would say, too, like, I kind of, I was a lot more outgoing than a lot more people, too. And, even if my teacher wasn't outgoing, shit, I'd put that, I'd fucking go there. Because, once you go there and they know, and they, they're cooler. People are cooler when they know that and you're down and you guys can connect on that level,
Exactly.
Things change. It's not always, and I wish it was more like that, and I wish people just understand that, that we're the same, bro. Like, like you bleed, I bleed, fucking you live, I die, it's the same, bro. Shit. We're all human. We're all going through this shit. And yeah, man, that's the same, like the one constant, at least for us, is that, like we're all going to be living this life. We're all going to have a beginning and an end, and, we're going through it together, You know, we're all stuck on this rock. You know, like shit. Fuck, let's just coexist.
Yeah, make the best of it.
Yeah, bro. Let's make the best of this.
It can all be a beautiful experience.
No doubt.
But we're going to wrap it up for you today.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. We appreciate everyone for listening. Got anything else to say?
Yeah, you know, peace and love, y'all. Increase the peace. Listen to our music where we can. Deep Sector, Shenlo, MNG.
Oh, yeah, we coming with it. You already know.
Yeah.
We out.
Peace and love, y'all.